Choose that brand new 2027 Honda Civic from Honda of Cleveland. Nominate your favorite coach at mymix1041.com.
No more varicose or spider veins. No more tired, achy, restless legs. No more restless nights. Start your journey to a better you with help from Milligan Vein. Their board-certified physicians have treated thousands of patients using the latest technologies to restore healthy, great-looking legs. There's little or no downtime, and your procedure is covered by most insurance. Milligan Vein, improving the quality of your life. Visit milliganvein.com or call Dr. John Milligan today at 423-961-5682.
For a limited time, get Hardee's Big Cheeseburger with 100% American Angus beef for just $4.99. That's a deal no one can beat. Actually, we can beat it. Because you can also get Hardee's hand-breaded chicken sandwich for $4.99. The Pick a Sandwich deal. Only $4.99. Only for a limited time. Only at Hardee's. Participating restaurants only. Tax not included.
Did you twist an ankle? Hurt your shoulder? Or maybe that weekend project left you with more than sore muscles? Center for Sports Medicine and Orthopedics is here to help. Our Urgent Ortho Walk-In Clinic in Cleveland is open Monday through Saturday, treating sprains, strains, fractures, and more. No appointment needed. There's no need to drive to Chattanooga for expert orthopedic care. Call, schedule online, or walk in today and get back to moving pain-free. Center for Sports Medicine and Orthopedics. The Center for expert care right when you need it.
When the road gets tough, make sure your ride is ready. At Cleveland Tire Center on North Lee Highway, they keep you rolling with the best brands, expert installation, and prices that fit every budget. Whether you need new tires, a quick rotation, or a full alignment, their certified team delivers fast, friendly service you can trust. Stop in today and feel the difference that quality makes. Cleveland Tire Center, locally owned, dependable, and always ready to get you back on the road. Cleveland Tire Center, 4695 North Lee Highway, Cleveland, where the name says it all.
It's the Little Caesars online and app game day special. Get 15% off purchases of $15 or more with the promo code TOUCHDOWN at checkout. It's also 59-cent wings on game day. Orders of 8 wings are just $4.72 in-store and online only. Little Caesars.
Listen up, Cleveland. The wait is over. Josh Porter here with Optimize You, the region's #1 hormone replacement clinic. We specialize in both men and women's hormones and are so excited to finally be here in Cleveland, ready to serve you. Find us online at OptimizeYouCenters.com. That's OptimizeYouCenters.com.
It's time for The Drive on ESPN Cleveland 101.3, presented by Hardees. We will bring you nonstop sports news from the national and local scene and everything in between. So buckle up and join in on the conversation. It's The Drive.
Don't take no style. Got a thirst for killing.
Welcome back to The Drive here on ESPN Cleveland. Of course, The Drive presented by Hardees. Excited to be here with you every weekday, Monday through Friday, 5 to 6 o'clock. And we're on a remote broadcast today, Jacob. Again, I'm Andy Morris along with Jacob Mason. Excited to be up here at Don Ledford Automotive because, first of all, we got to fill our listeners in, the Drive faithful, we'll call them. We've got the Big Game Blitz prize pack going on up here, presented by Don Ledford Automotive. And all you got to do, Bridget was here before we were from Mix 104.1. She was doing the live remote. And right on her heels, as she's getting out of here, the Drive rolls in. But the whole thing up here is there's a grand prize giveaway for a huge flat screen TV, courtesy of Don Ledford Chevy GMC. And also, on top of that, this is perfect for the Super Bowl coming up this Sunday. Little Caesars, our friends at Little Caesars, my good friend Nathan Napier, they put together a prize pack as well to go along with this. They're giving away pizza and wings for up to 20 people. So all you've got to do to enter, so listen closely, all you got to do to enter, register by texting the Warren and Griffin text line, 423-749-1013. Send your name and Big Game Blitz. Your name and Big Game Blitz to the Warren and Griffin text line, 423-749-1013. And if you want to get a second entry, All you got to do is come up here to Don Ledford Automotive right here off North Lee Highway where Jacob and I are doing the show today. Come up, say hi to us. You'll get a second entry for this flat screen. It's a 65-inch flat screen TV. Get that bad boy up, ready to go for the big game Sunday. Have some Little Caesars pizza and wings. That's a pretty good prize pack, Jacob.
For sure. I'll be honest, man. I don't think Steve pays me enough to be out of all of these giveaways. As much stuff as our radio station gives away and all the sweet prizes that I'm no longer eligible for, like, I don't know if it's worth sitting here and talking sports with you.
Might have to have a conversation with Mr. Hartline.
I know, man, because flat screen TVs, Little Caesar, all that. Hey, man, I'm excited. I will say this. Don't need a flat screen TV. I've got 2 in my living room, one for the kid and one for me to watch some sports on. I've got it rigged up there so that when the Super Bowl Sunday hits, there's going to be no distractions. Big week, though, man. Super Bowl Sunday, I can't wait. Seattle versus the Patriots. You know, with Jim not being here today, it makes me want to throw out a stat that he let us know. The NFC and the AFC are only 1 game apart in Super Bowl history. It's 30-29.
Which is amazing.
I know. Some people would say it's rigged. I'm not going to, but some people would say it's rigged. But I just think it's really interesting. The Patriots, to me, I said an easier path. They were more fortunate, I guess, throughout the season. But at the end of the day, they went on the road and won 9 games. 9 games in the NFL. That's insane. To be able to go on the road, win 9, I think going undefeated on the season. And then the Seahawks, man, their offense has just been so explosive, powered by a defense as well. JSN had a remarkable year. It's crazy to think how a few moves makes these teams Super Bowl contenders.
Yeah, so you're talking about how evenly matched these teams are as well. The Seahawks 14-3 on the season. The New England Patriots 14-3 on the season. And we talked about this on the show yesterday. We had Josh Rogers and Steven Shelton on in place for you, Jacob, and our good pal Jim Gum, who's still not with us today. Looking forward to him being back tomorrow. You guys are going to be over at Cleveland High School. We'll talk about that here in a little bit too. But Josh and Steven had talked about, and I kind of, again, I'm good at baiting. You know this. I kind of present a scenario, and I'll paint a picture and say, what do you think about it? I do feel like I'm excited to watch this game, for one, because it's the Super Bowl. Now, I'm not as excited about the matchup because it's the Patriots and the Seahawks. And it's when you hear New England Patriots, you think Tom Brady, Rob Gronkowski, Teddy Bruschi, Randy Moss. You think all these guys, and that era's gone. And it's a new time in New England, and they're excited, obviously. Mike Vrabel, former Titans coach, the head coach, their first-year head coach, and he's in the Super Bowl with this team. So outside of that storyline, because we have that connection from his time in Tennessee, this just isn't a game that I would normally be as excited about. I'm more excited when a Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs are involved.
See,
I was tired of it. Don't get me wrong, and I know that's what you're about to say.
Yeah, I'm the opposite. I'm glad there's been some shakeup. I hate that it's because of injury. Like, I feel like there was a lot of massive injuries in the NFL this year that really affected seasons and really affected, teams down the long run. Like, you look at Indianapolis. The Indianapolis Colts were on a straight line train towards the Super Bowl. Quarterback gets hurt, rest of the season falls off. They made a trade. They made a trade for a defensive back at the Jets. God, why is the name slipping me? But he went from playing for the worst team in the league to he went to Indianapolis Colts, and I think won one more game the rest of the season. Like, he got traded to the hottest team in the league.
Yeah.
Then they lose their quarterback, and they're out for the rest of the season. If you know the name, you can text us at the Warren and Griffin text line. We'd love to know. For some reason, it's escaping me. No, he's a really
423-749-1013.
Sauce Gardner, maybe.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it was Sauce.
Yeah, and so I'm excited that we are now getting to see the Seahawks, the Legend of Boom, all of those. To me, this is kind of my childhood. These are some of the teams that I used to watch in the Super Bowl.
But that's my problem, though. It's the organizations. But New England is not. This is not the 7 Super Bowl.
No, but we're looking at a guy like
7-time Super Bowl.
We're looking at a guy like Mike Vrabel that coaches a whole lot like Bill Belichick. Looks like a young Bill Belichick. To me, they're both very.
I'm just saying, I would have been so much more excited about this game sitting here doing the show with you today if it was Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
You can reel me in and say the Bills being in there with Josh Allen, but at the end of the day, like, the Bills couldn't make it happen again. I really like Josh Allen. But I think it's a conversation to be had now. Is Josh Allen an elite quarterback? Yes. Is he clutch? No. Like, when it comes time to win the game.
But look, what was the final score of that game? 33-31?
I don't care.
That's your defense not doing a good job.
You've got like 8 years worth of this proof. You've got 8 years of playoffs in a row where they fall. Like, you're telling me out of 8 times you can't win the game to get to the Super Bowl?
I'm sorry, Drake May just doesn't do it for me. Like, in this game, I want that dude. Now, we might watch this Super Bowl Sunday, and he might blow our socks off. Or Sam Darnold of the Seattle Seahawks, their quarterback, he might just make us take notice, and we might say, hey, this guy is one of the best quarterbacks in the league. This guy just won a Super Bowl because of X, Y, and Z.
I think it's because
they could change our mind.
I think it's because he's in a great system. Personally, Drake May, still young. At the end of the day, Drake May has won more playoff games than Dak Prescott. Drake May has won more playoff games than Justin Herbert. Like, I can keep on going on all these guys that we look at superstars in the league. I don't care how they won them. They found a way to win. At the end of the day, like, the Texans were a team that really just kind of fell apart. They played really, really solid defense, but, Lord, the quarterback play was, like, horrendous. I don't even think is the word. With C.J. Stroud, I really don't. Horrendous is not even the word. They really struggled. But with the Patriots making it, at the end of the day, they went on the road, won 9 games, won 14 games on the season, and were able to get there. The Seahawks, to me, were a buzzsaw all season long. JSN, one of the best wide receivers in the league this year. Sam Darnold was able to go out there and piece together a season that really is something to be said about it. I think Kubiak has a big part of that. If you would have looked at that last championship game, Kubiak was in his absolute bag, dealing it out, and was able to do all of those things. So super excited to be able to do the Super Bowl coverage this Sunday. We're going to talk about it on Monday. But again, we're here at Don Ledford. Tell our friends at Don Ledford what they can come in here and sign up for.
Listen, again, we're doing that giveaway, that big game blitz prize pack presented by Don Ledford Automotive Center. And Bridget was up here, as we said today, 3 to 5, and we came right after her and set up for our show right here. You're listening to The Drive, and we're giving away with Don Ledford a grand prize giveaway of a huge 65-inch flat screen TV, again, courtesy of Don Ledford Chevy GMC, and also Little Caesars, our friends over there, throwing in pizza and wings for up to 20 people. That's a perfect gift and prize for your Super Bowl party. All you've got to do to register, text the Warren and Griffin text line 423-749-1013. You've got to include your name and Big Game Blitz. All we need you to do, your name and Big Game Blitz, to 423-749-1013. And if you want a second entry, you've got roughly about 45 minutes. Actually, we're going to announce sooner than that. You've got probably around 30 minutes to get up here to Don Ledford Automotive for a second entry. You can show up, come say hey to us, say hey to the guys up front at Don Ledford, and you'll get your name in this drawing for a second time after you've already registered via the text line. So be sure to do that. Jacob, with that, let's go ahead and take our first break. Again, be sure to register the Big Game Blitz presented by Don Ledford Automotive Center. Text the Warren Griffin text line 423-749-1013. Your name and Big Game Blitz. With that, we're going to talk more NFL. I want to talk about the Pro Bowl for a minute, Jacob, because something else. I'm in a complaining kind of mood today. You're going to hear me complain when we talk the Pro Bowl when we come back right here on ESPN Cleveland 101.3.
The Drive will be back after a quick timeout. Stay tuned for more nonstop sports talk on The Drive, presented by Hardees.
Good morning. This is your Hardees 2 for
breakfast mix and match alarm. We've got fluffy eggs and sausage on a made-from-scratch biscuit ready. Or perhaps biscuit and gravy. Ooh, maybe a sweet cinnamon roll. Wake up and smell that sweet deal. Mix and match any two for just $5 for a limited time. Only at Hardees. Don't snooze on the app. Snag juicy deals, order ahead, and get to work on time. Maybe. Exclusive app offers for registered My Rewards members only. Available for limited time at participating restaurants.
Hey, this is Alfonso, the General Manager of Crown Cleveland, your local home for Jeep and Ram. I'm here to announce that we have revamped our express lane. We are fully staffed and ready to take care of all your quick lube and oil needs. Please Google Crown Cleveland and see our great service specials.
Did you twist an ankle? Hurt your shoulder? Or maybe that weekend project left you with more than sore muscles? Center for Sports Medicine and Orthopedics is here to help. Our Urgent Ortho Walk-In Clinic in Cleveland is open Monday through Saturday, treating sprains, strains, fractures, and more. No appointment needed. There's no need to drive to Chattanooga for expert orthopedic care. Call, schedule online, or walk in today and get back to moving pain-free. Center for Sports Medicine and Orthopedics. The Center for expert care right when you need it.
ESPN Cleveland 101.3 is powered by Duracell.
Need a new shop, garage, or other unique space? Explore post-frame building kits from Best Buy Metals. Best Buy Metals kits utilize steel trusses for the ultimate in strength and durability. When you need it to last, call Best Buy Metals. Stop by or visit bestbuymetalroof.com for your custom structure.
Honda of Cleveland is giving away a brand new 2027 Honda Civic to a deserving coach this year. From Pee Wee League to the college level, all athletic coaches are eligible. Each month, we will choose a coach for that month, and at the end of the year, the 12 finalists will gather to be celebrated and see who wins that brand new 2027 Honda Civic from Honda of Cleveland. Nominate your favorite coach at mymix1041.com.
Do your legs feel heavy, tired, or achy? Do you have restless legs or leg cramps? Dr. John Milligan at Milligan Vein offers office treatment that can make you look and feel better within a day. And your procedure is covered by most insurance. Visit milliganvein.com.
Welcome back to The Drive, presented by Hardees. Join the conversation. Text 423-749-1013. You can also listen anywhere on our website, ESPNCleveland1013.com.
Duracell in Cleveland is now hiring mechanical skilled technicians starting at $22 an hour all the way up to $27 per hour. Excellent benefits beginning on day one. Medical, dental, vision insurance, paid vacation, holiday pay, 401k, tuition reimbursement, and more. Apply now at Duracell.com. That's Duracell.com. And once again, you are listening to The Drive here on ESPN Cleveland 101.3. I'm Andy Morris along with my pal, Jacob Slim Money Mason. Jim is not with us today. We're not in the studio because, Jacob, we're here at Don Ledford Automotive.
Yeah, hey, they better be careful putting me next to this Corvette over here. Y'all know I'm a Georgia fan. I like to drive fast and whip things around. Nah, dude, there's some beautiful cars out here on the lot. I know I was driving down the road the other day, and my dad looked at me and goes, man, I wish I had one of them big old GMCs right there. And I said, well, go get you one. You're retired. You can do it. And so, he's picking me up today, actually, take me to a little family function after. So he might pull up on the lot, and it might be hard to get him out of here.
Well, listen, we were talking about me baiting you guys, going back to yesterday's show. Josh and Steven were on with us, and I bait them. I'm really good at baiting Josh Rogers, by the way. I can really push his buttons to get him fired up. But you're kind of baiting your dad, getting him up here on the lot at Don Ledford. The sales associates here at Don Ledford, who are great friends of mine, great people, they're going to appreciate Slim Money getting his dad up here because you might be rolling out in a new GMC.
Honestly, he might drop me off at where I'm supposed to be, and then once he gets in front of these trucks, it's going to be hard to get him out of here.
Time out. Is Mark Mason listening right now?
He will be listening at least when he's on his way to come get me up. Okay. I don't know if he.
Okay, well, I'm just going to put in a plug for my friends here at Don Ledford and for Mark Mason, Jacob's dad. I'm looking right in front of me here, and there's a GMC Sierra HD, and it's one of the nicest trucks out on the market right now. I know this because I do a lot of remotes up here, and I try to help push those things. They don't need a lot of help because they push themselves. These things are phenomenal heavy-duty trucks. They've also got the Colorado, which is a little bit smaller truck. That's not Mark Mason's wheelhouse, though. I'm telling you, he's a Sierra HD kind of guy.
He's wanting one of those big boys. He's wanting something. I think of boats in his future now that retirement is it. He's ready to get out there.
That's what you want to hook the trailer up to.
He's ready to get out in the water, and so he's one of those big boys. But, yeah, no, if you want to come see us, again, we're giving stuff away. You have a chance to get doubly entered into our contest. There's a Super Bowl package, and there's a big screen TV that we're giving away. All you got to do is text our text line or come down here and sign up in person in the next, 20 minutes.
We could throw that out there because we're going to be giving away around 5:45. All you've got to do to register, text the Warren and Griffin text line 423-749-1013 or come up here in person, and you'll get a second entry. You can do both. So make sure to include your name and Big Game Blitz in that text.
Yeah, so before we hop back into the NFL, just to kind of give you guys a recap if you're just joining the show, this week we had the not Cleveland Walker Valley. We had Bradley Walker Valley on Tuesday night. It's been a really weird week here in our town. I know a lot of people, some people were thankful that we're out of school. Some people are frustrated that we're out of school. At the end of the day, there were no 16-year-olds driving in potential hazardous weather. That's what I look at. And,
no doubt.
I'm thankful for the people in charge that are keeping people safe.
And we weren't driving in it either, which made me really happy.
Yeah, for sure. And so, but we did have some games on Tuesday night. Bradley girls roll past Walker Valley to improve to 23-0. Won that game 95-29. Kimora Fields comes as advertised. She was dominant in the paint.
You got to go ahead and give her Miss Basketball.
I mean, honestly,
you've got to.
When you see her on a basketball court comparatively to her peers, she looks like she's ready to play the college game right now. She looks like she is ready to be in college basketball at this moment. Fun getting to cover her, doing a story on her.
I know she puts up big points, and everyone looks at that I think she averages 33 points a game.
Yeah, she put up 36 the other night. I think they're basically three quarters.
So I like that. That's great. But the thing that I love watching Kimora play, when she's near the glass, she dominates the glass. No one else on the court has much of a chance at getting a rebound when Kimora's around the glass.
Yeah, and something that's really interesting about her is her efficiency. She holds the record in the state of Tennessee, not for one season, but for two, with 69% and 85.5% field goal percentage, and she finishes so strong at the basket. Doesn't matter if she's fouled, how hard she's being fouled, she finds a way to get it up there, and then she goes to the line, and I'm not kidding you, me personally, in person watching her, I did PA for Walker Valley, I've been to a lot of these games, and now I'm starting to cover these games. I can't remember the last time I watched her actively miss a free throw. Genuinely. And I know I don't pay attention 100% all the time. I'm taking pictures and doing that.
Hack-a-Shack does not work with Kimora Fields.
No,
don't even do it.
She is so efficient. If you put her at the line, she is going to punish you. So, great job by the girls there. Want to give a shout-out to the Walker Valley girls as well, though. I don't know that I ever watched them stop hustling. Did they make tons of mistakes? Yes. Are they very young? Yes. Did they turn the ball over a lot? Sure.
And they're starting 3 sophomores.
Yeah. Sure. They did all of those things. But it's so easy, especially today's kids. If I'm just being honest with you, it's really hard to motivate kids today to continue to fight through adversity. They never quit. Not once. Not even down into the fourth quarter when they're down in the 90s to 20s. Those girls are up and down the floor hustling their tails off. So I made sure to put that in my article because I wanted them, yes, Bradley did what they were supposed to do. But those girls never quit, and I think that's kind of what their objective was, is we're going to go out there and give it our all.
And if you could, Jacob, go ahead, because we talked about it while you were out, Josh and Stephen and I yesterday on the show, but you've been doing such a great job. You've ventured into writing these articles on the ESPN platform, so be sure to check it out on the ESPN Cleveland 1013 Facebook page. We're working on getting it on ESPNCleveland1013.com. But all you got to do also to have access to all this stuff is download the ESPN Cleveland 1013 app.
Yeah, for sure. It's been a lot of fun, and I covered the boys' game too, and that one was much the same in my opinion. The Walker Valley boys dominated from the beginning. At halftime, it was 43-15, I believe. Yeah, I'm looking at my notes. 43-15. Zach Davis had a great night, but really what shined to me was Walker Valley's defense and being able to cut off the passing lanes was just elite. They from coming in the game that they played against Cleveland on Friday, where they looked rough, in my opinion. They looked like they just either weren't motivated to be there or just having an off night. I'm not going to sit there. I'm not in their locker room. I'm not going to act like I know what's going on. But Friday night against Cleveland was not their best ball game. They came against Bradley, and they even offensively didn't have shoot the lights out kind of night. But, dude, their defense was absolutely suffocating. Turner Clayton hit a ball so hard that I don't know that it's landed yet.
It looked like – so we talked about this on the show yesterday. So I watched the game on mixedtv.tv. Denny Collins and Stephen Shelton did a great job on there. And Steve Hartline, if you're listening – no pressure, but you need to send those guys out together because they worked very well together, Stephen Shelton and Denny Collins, on the call for Mixed TV. But I was watching it and on my phone because I was out running errands and doing some stuff. And when I saw the first block that Turner Clayton had, it was against the glass. It's the one – it was very LeBron James-esque is how they kind of put it on the broadcast because he pinned it against the glass right as the ball was reaching its peak. I know Coach Zach Carpenter, good friend of mine, was trying to let the referees hear that could have been goaltending. It's close.
I'll be honest. It could have gone either way. Being there in person, talking to multiple people that had better angles than I did, either way, Coach Campbell was going to be mad. Or Coach Carpenter.
And either way, it was impressive for Turner to get up and do what he did on that one.
So to me, I'm kind of glad they let it ride because that's why people come out to watch the game.
Let the kids play.
That's why they come out to watch the game. That was a spectacular play.
So then Turner had a second block that was a little bit quieter of a block. People think, he had 2 blocks. He had 3 on the game. The second one, a Bradley player, I can't remember who it was going up for a layup, and Turner got his hand in as he was bringing the ball up from in front of his chest and swatted it. It was a little one, but that's 2 blocks in a game, which is a big deal. Well, Turner then decides he's going to get one more in, and that's the one that you were alluding to where he looked like one of those men's professional volleyball players, the way he spiked that ball. And I even joked yesterday, so our wrestling team, we practice in the upper gym at Walker Valley High School, and if the mats were out, that basketball might have went rolling across it.
I was about to say you might have had a kid with a concussion. Yeah. Honestly.
We're tougher than that. Come on, Jacob.
He killed that ball.
He did kill the ball, though.
I was sitting there thinking, if basketball doesn't work out for him, U.S. Olympic volleyball, like sand volleyball, get this guy signed up because he absolutely – and if you look at where his head is, Stephen Shelton did a good job on the broadcast because I went back and watched as well. On the broadcast pointing this out, if you look at where his head is almost up near the rim.
Yeah, it was roughly about 6 inches away from the rim.
And so he got up with that ball and said, "See you later, bye." So yeah, excited to cover some basketball. When we come back, we're going to talk some more NFL. I think.
Yeah, real quick though, I want to hit on this because we teased it that we were doing it during this segment. So I want to go ahead and have this conversation. The Pro Bowl. What a laughingstock that has become because I used to and I miss these days. Out in Hawaii, Aloha Stadium, seeing guys like Ed Reed unload on punters, like that was part of the aura of the Pro Bowl. And seeing these guys actually take offensive snaps and throw slant routes and post routes where receivers were putting their bodies on line, going across the middle, and it meant something to them. Now we're playing a patty cake game of flag football, and like guys are I don't want to throw shade at Shador here. He's not a Pro Bowler this year, but he was there because Drake May couldn't go, and like certain people didn't want to do it. So Shador, who was barely getting any playing time through the first half of the season, was a Pro Bowler this year, and it's an insult to what it means to be a Pro Bowler.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I think it's time to find something else and just scrap it. Because I get both sides of it. As a fan, as the people who want to watch it, like you look back at the old Pro Bowl, like we were, I'm not going to say that, we were destructively hitting punters during the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
I was going to say another word that I'm going to choose not to use on air. But, I mean, they were absolutely going out there and mashing each other. Like it was something fun to watch.
It was a platform. It was an honor to be there, and they wanted to perform well.
Yes, and that aspect I truly miss. Then I look at it on the other side, and I'm like, put Jacob Mason in their shoes. if I'm in a contract here, or my contract says I have to get this many games in to make this much money, and this means that I'm going to change my family's life, I get why they're not wanting to play.
That's why you got to have incentives.
Yeah.
You've got to include financial incentives for these guys and for this game specifically.
Well, if you put it into the contract that if you're hurt during the Pro Bowl, that your incentives won't go against you the next year. If you can work it in like that, I'm fine with it. But you're even having NBA players like Russell Westbrook. He's hurt right now. A game earlier this week, at the very end of the game, a guy shot a three and made it, and Russell Westbrook comes hobbling on the court and pointing at him like, the game's over. The game's over. And then they come together, and you can read his lips. He goes, man, I'm playing for averages. Has nothing to do. I'm trying to get my bag. I'm trying to make as many shots as I can make, and that one shot is going to help me on my percentage. And Russell Wilson patted him and goes, I get it, man. Westbrook patted on him and said, I get it, man. You go get your bag. So these guys get both sides of it. They get the game has rules to it.
We worry too much about that crap. I'm going to go ahead and say that.
Well, he's the guy that shot the ball is in a contract year.
Well, I get it. Back in the day,
they're going to put him on. But
it used to be an authentic thing. But it used to be authentic.
It did, but now it's a business and it works both ways. Because what's going to happen if you watch it in the NBA? They do it all the time. They do it in the NFL too. Rob Gronkowski was one of the people that Tom Brady made sure to throw one more catch to get his boy a bag. It's a business.
He got $1 million for that one. I remember that.
It's a business, and these coaches, they all know. They've got pressure from the GM saying, hey, if you get a comfortable lead, that guy needs to sit, because if he hits this mark, we have to pay another $750,000.
Well, this is where, as far as the Pro Bowl is concerned, the NFL needs to step up. It needs to go back to being an actual football game. And anyone who becomes a Pro Bowler, that's going to improve your effort throughout the season, which, of course, everyone wants to be a Pro Bowler, but you get some type of financial benefit. Probably they already do. I haven't dove into it, but maybe a little bit more so for just being a part of the Pro Bowl. Then once you're there, take a note from Major League Baseball here and say, guess what? Our MVP is going to get a brand new truck. We're up here at Don Ledford. Let's go ahead and make it a Chevy or a GMC. In those scenarios, and whoever leads the game and tackles defensively, they're going to get a new Corvette. If you start throwing stuff like that out there, it's going to mean more to these players.
I don't think it will.
It does in Major League Baseball. It absolutely does.
It's because Major League Baseball isn't a contact sport. Major League Baseball is freak injuries happen like Ronald Acuna. Freak injuries happen when you slide into second. I'd be interested to see how many times do you see guys actually sliding in hard in the All-Star
Speaking
game.
of freaks, Jacob Mason's back on the show today. Give me a hard time over my Pro Bowl ideas here.
No, I'm with you, and I want people to hear this. I hate where the Pro Bowl is. I just don't think there's a fix to it, because you look at the NFL this year and how many injuries there were. We're already having a problem with injuries, and then we're asking them to play an additional game. I just don't think it's going to work. I want it to work. I just don't think it will.
And we're where we're at now because of what you just said, bigger, stronger, faster with weaker tendons and ligaments. That's kind of it is what it is. But there's got to be something that we can come up with to get rid of this laughing stock that is what we call the Pro Bowl now. So with that, we're going to take a quick break. Be sure, again, last opportunity, letting you know right now, enter for our big game blitz presented by Don Ledford Automotive Center. Right now, all you've got to do, text the Warren and Griffin text line 423-749-1013 with your name and big game blitz, and you can come up here in person here really the next 15 minutes. We're at Don Ledford for a second entry after you do that text entry for your opportunity to win a huge flat screen TV courtesy of Don Ledford and some Little Caesars pizza and wings that's going to feed up to 20 people, which is perfect for your Super Bowl party this Sunday. So be sure to do that. With that, we'll be right back here on The Drive on ESPN Cleveland 101.3.
The Drive will be back after a quick timeout. Stay tuned for more nonstop sports talk on The Drive, presented by Hardees.
For a limited time, get Hardee's Big Cheeseburger with 100% American Angus beef for just $4.99. That's a deal no one can beat. Actually, we can beat it. Because you can also get Hardee's hand-breaded chicken sandwich for $4.99. The Pick a Sandwich deal. Only $4.99. Only for a limited time. Only at Hardee's.
Participating restaurants only. Tax not included.
Did you twist an ankle? Hurt your shoulder? Or maybe that weekend project left you with more than sore muscles? Center for Sports Medicine and Orthopedics is here to help. Our Urgent Ortho Walk-In Clinic in Cleveland is open Monday through Saturday, treating sprains, strains, fractures, and more. No appointment needed. There's no need to drive to Chattanooga for expert orthopedic care. Call, schedule online, or walk in today and get back to moving pain-free. Center for Sports Medicine and Orthopedics. The Center for expert care right when you need it.
When the road gets tough, make sure your ride is ready. At Cleveland Tire Center on North Lee Highway, they keep you rolling with the best brands, expert installation, and prices that fit every budget. Whether you need new tires, a quick rotation, or a full alignment, their certified team delivers fast, friendly service you can trust. Stop in today and feel the difference that quality makes. Cleveland Tire Center, locally owned, dependable, and always ready to get you back on the road. Cleveland Tire Center, 4695 North Lee Highway, Cleveland, where the name says it all. Not all composite decking is the same. Enjoy life's beautiful moments on an equally beautiful composite deck. Envision's products feature deep, non-repeating grains and distinct colors throughout each pour, offering a truly unique appearance unlike anything else on the market. Learn more and find inspiration for your project at Cleveland Plywood. Cleveland Plywood Company, 2700 20th Street Northeast in Cleveland.
It's the Little Caesars online and app game day special. Get 15% off purchases of $15 or more with the promo code TOUCHDOWN at checkout. It's also 59-cent wings on game day. Orders of 8 wings are just $4.72 in-store and online only. Little Caesars.
When an emergency happens, every second counts. That is why Park Ridge Health System is working to bring a new, high-quality, 24/7 freestanding emergency room right here to Cleveland. This ER will expand access for families in Cleveland and Bradley County, and it will give Polk County something it doesn't have today: dependable, around-the-clock emergency care. Together, we can make it happen. Visit ParkRidgeClevelandER.com to learn more and add your voice in support. That's ParkRidgeClevelandER.com.
Hey Cleveland, are you suffering from fatigue, low sex drive, or just not feeling like yourself? Optimize You is the answer that you have been looking for. Our team is here to listen and help you become the best version of yourself again. So find us online at OptimizeYouCenters.com. That's OptimizeYouCenters.com.
It's time for a Don Ledford of Cleveland traffic update on ESPN Cleveland 101.3. Don Ledford Chevrolet GMC, located on North Lee Highway in Cleveland. Or visit DonLedford.com for details. Don Ledford, where we say yes. It's on-time traffic with Commander Chuck.
Good afternoon. Cranking it pretty good on 58 right when you come off 153 headed out towards the Harrison area. We can see a steady flow of traffic right now northbound 75 up through the Ottawa area, right on schedule, climbing over White Oak Mountain, pushing towards Cleveland. Bradley County, no shortage of radar up through Bradley County, McMinn counties this afternoon. Hey, Happy Hemp Pharmacy, check them out. They're at their new location out on Cummings Highway in Lookout Valley. They're right next to Walmart. Stop by tonight. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Welcome back to The Drive, presented by Hardees. Join the conversation. Text 423-749-1013. You can also listen anywhere on our website, ESPNCleveland1013.com.
Welcome back to The Drive, presented by Hardees. I'm Jacob Mason, joined by my good friend Andy Morris. We are here at Don Ledford. We're going to give something away here in just a minute. Andy's been off in the back getting some names together that they drew here just a few minutes ago.
I've been goofing off in the back is what I've been doing. My friends here at Don Ledford always make sure I have a good time when I come hang out. But we did just get done drawing, and we are going to announce our winner in a few moments before we sign off for the day, so really excited about doing that.
Yeah, super excited. Until then, I've got a part of the segment that I would like to talk to you about if you're down to talk. We'll see. There's something in the leadership of sports that I'm going to call it really from the top down where my frustrations lie, whether it be from the NCAA, the SEC, all the way into the NFL. So that's kind of my idea for the segment. Let's start with the NCAA. today, did you see that Greg Sankey came out and basically backed up the NCAA and said, I think we need to I'll read a direct quote. It's essential to the integrity of college sports that they uphold the NCAA's eligibility rules against Bediako. Did you see that?
I did not. That's news to me.
Okay, so I want to commend him.
I'm glad.
I want to commend him for saying this.
I don't brag on Sankey a whole lot.
No.
I don't agree with a lot of what he says.
No, I want to commend him for saying it. But can I be honest? He knew this was coming down the track.
He did.
And I know that he's not like the end-all, be-all, and he can't look at Alabama and say, do not do this. But there surely, to goodness, could have been a conversation that he had with Alabama's AD that said, you're breaking a lot of rules here and you're bringing on a lot of heat to our conference. We're going to make this really, really difficult on you if you decide to do this. Or they just went back door and didn't tell him. I don't know. To me, I just think I'm glad he came out and said it. I still think that it was such a bad look, and it still continues to be a bad look for the SEC, allowing him to even take foot on a court. So I start there, and then it goes into the NFL. Did you see Roger Goodell basically make a comment on the NCAA needing governance over the conference?
Basically insinuating the same thing that we have. I did see that, that let's just go ahead and dub Nick Saban, the commissioner of college football, and get things organized to where everyone can operate within the same realm of rules. That's the problem right now, because if you go to big ESPN, ESPN.com, and go to the college football page, the NCAA football page right off of the main website there, the top story right now, and we broke the news here on Wednesday on our show and talked about it yesterday, and going to continue to talk about it, but there's a picture of Joey Aguilar, and it says, standing on the brink of anything goes NCAA eligibility. And the argument is, and to what you just said, depending on where you are, you have a different set of rules. So right now we've got a Knox County judge that is making a decision on Joey Aguilar. Now, of course, it's going to be pushed along, and I think there's a 15-day window where that what did we call it yesterday, where the NCAA cannot rule on his eligibility for a 15-day.
It's basically a restraining order.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, and that's exactly what it is, the temporary restraining order. TRO is what we referred to it yesterday. And so what that's doing is allowing whatever judges in whatever state that graduated from whatever university to make these individual decisions that do not apply to every state or every college or university that take part in collegiate athletics. So what has to happen is there's got to be some clear cut and dry rules, just like once your clock started, you had X amount of years to participate. You had a redshirt year, and you might be able to draw a medical redshirt. That used to be a common thing that we all knew and understood. Now, what kind of messed it up, you look back at last year, Diego Pavia got another year of eligibility because he played junior college ball, and they didn't want to hold it against him. So now all these kids that play junior college football, junior college basketball, and we talk primarily football here on this show, but it applies in every single sport, that now it's causing so much chaos that you've got to have a set of rules that confines things to a simple understanding that everyone knows I can do this or I can't do this.
Yeah, I hate it for Tennessee fans because I feel like they're always on the back end of this. Like it always ends up being like somebody does it and then a rule changes and then they're not able to capitalize on it. With that being said, like two wrongs don't make it right. I know Pavia had a Heisman contending type season, but I still don't think that it should be allowed. Like really, even we're looking back to these COVID years, and we've got kids that are still in here 7, 8 seasons in because of COVID and all the medical red shirts and all of the loopholes that you can have. Like, I need someone to come in, define the rules, state the rules. Then after that, we don't even have this conversation anymore. If it's 5 to play 5, whatever it is, they need to come up and fix what's going on because it's starting to get a little chaotic. And that's where I was going with the NFL. Roger Goodell was basically like, I'll help if I'm asked, but yada, yada, yada. Well, at the end of the day, dude, he has a free farm system. He is the NCAA has been handing him a gift year after year after year.
And now they're at the point where the draft didn't used to be such a big deal. They're making so much money off of just hosting and having an NFL draft in cities.
Right, and so he acts like he wants to help the NCAA, but hey, Week 17 when the Seahawks and the Patriots are sitting all their starters because they know that they've made the NFL, we're going to make sure that we play on Saturdays and y'all don't get to.
Yeah, I hate that.
That's stupid. Don't sit here and act like you care. And to be quite honest with you, if he was smart, he needs to look at it and say, okay, I'm looking at my farm league. I'm looking at all of these things happening, and it's getting really chaotic. And I have a feeling that this may bleed into these contracts and these things happening in these first couple years as rookies in the NFL. I might need to help them out a little bit. Or I think I would have a little bit more urgency. Him just kind of saying, I'm not going to put my nose in anything I'm not supposed to. Brother, like, it's literally the league that feeds. How many players are in the NFL that didn't play college football?
Yeah, not many.
Not many. Very, very few. Some maybe come from.
I would say it's a single percentage.
I would say it's a 0.0 something.
Yeah.
Like, they're all coming from college football. And so if the thing that feeds your league is struggling, I think I would have a little bit more urgency to try to help them figure it out than sit here and say, y'all are fine. We're just going to continue to profit off of y'all as long as possible. At the end of the day, it's going to hurt them. I don't know how, but it's going to bite him in the butt if he doesn't at least try to give some kind of guidance or try to talk to Congress and say, hey, not only is this going to affect college, this is eventually going to bleed into the NFL, which is one of the biggest entities in America, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those things where we could go on and on all day about, I guess, grievances and issues we have with the NFL and Roger Goodell and the way he does things. And one thing is he's very inconsistent with his handling of things, punishment being one of those things. But it's so funny because I know you didn't have an opportunity to really listen to the show yesterday. A lot of the things you just said, Josh and Steven and I talked about because – get on the same page. It is they essentially are doing the work to equate it to Major League Baseball. Once again, minor league baseball, that's what college football is. That's what the NCAA is. They're doing all that legwork for your next generation of guys that are going to make you wealthy, that are going to make you successful.
They basically just show up. They show up at a combine, and then they get selected. Like, think about that. All of the legwork is done. Yes, are NFL coaches some of the best at developing talent? Do we know the guys that are taken in the third or fourth round from Eastern Michigan, like a Max Crosby, end up being Pro Bowlers? Sure, that happens. But for the most part, you look at all these stars, they went to some big university, they went and got developed for 3 to 4 years, and now they're ready to play in the NFL for you, and they get to, now that's their job to work out and do football. They grow up and they feed your league.
Yep.
And so to me, he's got to get on board with, there's a problem in the NCAA.
So, Jacob, since you are our resident Georgia Bulldog.
Oh, don't even bring this up.
Hey, listen, I'm just looking at the headlines is all I'm doing. We like to have a good time on this show, okay? I'm having a good time here. I'm putting the heat on you.
I've already brought up the Corvette and us driving fast. You don't have to bring up Richard Seymour's son.
I wouldn't have said a word about it had you not have talked about the driving stuff, and it just kind of got me fired up a little bit. There's a headline here that says Georgia's Seymour charged with 11 felony counts of property damage. So listen, one thing that I do know about the Georgia football team, when it comes to partying down there in Athens, they know how to party. They do it right, and they get charged for doing it.
There's 80 bars in like a square mile. So like there's Athens is a great time. If you've never been, if you're a Tennessee fan, genuinely every Tennessee fan I've ever talked to when they go down to Athens, like, dude, I love this place. It's really neat. So,
all right, let's talk about Landon Seymour.
But
you party animal, Jacob Mason.
There's no excuse. Like there's the Walmart incident this summer where you can look at and you can say, that's the police literally just trying to charge kids because they've got nothing better to do. And there's plenty of cases of that.
And then there's all of the driving incidences.
Then there's when you get a ticket going 115, there's nothing Jacob Mason's going to get on this mic and defend.
But they're listening to our show, The Drive. They get fired up and they put the pedal to the metal. That's all that's happening.
When you've got 11 felony charges for property damage, there's nothing I can defend there. That see ya.
And it's
Bye.
Richard Seymour's son is what gets me.
And so that's the first thing that came into my mind is like a lot of these guys that are trying to keep their head on straight, it's because they're getting paid for the first time ever and they know like their checks are feeding their families at home. Richard Seymour really, like, he didn't need the NIL. Like his dad's got money.
Yeah, Landon Seymour didn't.
Yeah, his son he didn't need money, and he obviously was acting like it, and now is most likely not going to be a part of. I would say 99.9% chance that he's not going to be a part of the the Bulldogs next year, and that's a shame because I think that defensive line unit is going to be one of the best units in college football. I know he's a freshman coming into his sophomore year, but that's really when a lot of our dogs kind of take their next step.
And just to tie this back to the beginning of the show a little bit, Richard Seymour was a New England Patriot, won a few Super Bowls with that team there, and also a former Georgia Bulldog. So his son's future with the University of Georgia and the football team,
I can't imagine how mad he
is yet to be seen.
You know what I'm saying? Like, as a dad, I can't imagine.
What about Kirby Smart when you get that phone call?
Well, and here's the thing. Like, there's been leaked videos and there's been leaked conversations about what he said to these guys. And, like, after all the driving incidents and all that, like, he's made it clear. Like, you do something like this and you don't have, like the Walmart thing, they went back, they watched the video, like there was a scanner malfunction. That was a overreach.
So at this point, Kirby's probably just like, hey, nice to meet you, see you later.
I guarantee he's probably getting walked into his office, shakes his hand and says, appreciate the time that you put in the program, but you made a mistake. You're going to have to go find somewhere else to play.
Yeah.
And so that's just ultimately where it is because – and let's just be honest. This stuff has been going on for a long time, not just at Georgia. Georgia's in the spotlight because it's happened to a lot to us in the past couple of years. But it's going on all across America, and it's because we have the access to what you're typing on right now.
Yeah.
It used to, these guys would get booked. We wouldn't hear about it. It would kind of get swept under the rug, and they would play on Saturday, and they would have a punishment by coach. The moment they're arrested, people, I don't know why, but people love to just sit on those cop apps and refresh to see any faces that they see, and they're like, oh, gosh, Landon Seymour, that's a freshman from the University of Georgia Bulldogs. Send that to somebody, and then it goes like wildfire. So
I want to say this real quick. We're about to announce our winner, Jacob. I'm fired up about this, and I know you've got to run out here onto the lot because apparently Mark Mason out there truck shopping. Listen, nobody tell Kelly.
I know.
Keep it on the down low. Mark Mason's looking at some GMCs and some Chevys right now because, again, we are live here at Don Ledford as Jacob's trying to unplug my computer currently. So, Jacob, you get out there. We're going to get this winner announced.
Yeah, I've got to go.
And sign off for the day.
My son's got a family night at First Baptist night.
He's got driving lessons before he becomes a Georgia Bulldog is what's going on tonight.
Honest to goodness, if Uber doesn't take the opportunity to sponsor the Georgia Bulldogs, that needs to be the patch on our logo. The jersey logo, it needs to be Uber or some kind of Lyft, somebody, because Lord knows that they've got enough felonies on their hands.
Yeah, so we're going to go ahead. Obviously, we've been talking this whole time about the Super Bowl coming up this Sunday and how much fun we've had kind of getting geared up for Super Bowl Sunday, one of the most exciting single games in all of sport. But it's really exciting for us because we've also been doing the Big Game Blitz giveaway presented by Don Ledford Automotive Center, and we've been pumping it up. But we've got to the time now where we're going to give away that grand prize, the 65-inch flat screen TV courtesy of Don Ledford, and also our Little Caesars giveaway that's a part of that, giving away pizza and wings for up to 20 people. So with all that being said, our winner, which we're announcing it right here live on the drive right now at 5:55, is Sam Renner. Once again, that's Sam Renner. You are the winner of the Big Game Blitz presented by Don Ledford Automotive Center and that nice game day bundle pack from Little Caesar. So congratulations, Sam Renner. You're going to have a very fun Super Bowl Sunday watching that game with a new big screen TV and some good wings and pizza from Little Caesars. And so I also want to put this out there. Sam, you will be contacted by our station either tonight or tomorrow for details on how to collect your prize. So congratulations, Sam Renner, the winner of our Big Game Blitz presented by Don Ledford Automotive Center. So with that, we're up against the hour live here at Don Ledford Automotive. We've had a blast. Jacob Mason and myself, Andy Morris. I want to give a shout out to our buddy Jim Gum. He's going to be back on the air with us tomorrow where we're continuing our high school basketball rivalry games. Game 3 of 3 of the Drive on the Road High School Basketball Roadshow tomorrow from Raider Arena. It's Bradley versus Cleveland. Not many games any bigger than that in any other sport. When it comes to basketball on the hardwood, Bradley, Cleveland, really when it comes to any matchup between those two schools, it's hard to argue about how big of a deal it is. Of course, we did game 1 over at Bradley when Bradley and Cleveland played. Game 2 was last week, Walker Valley versus Cleveland. They're on the road at Walker Valley. So it's Cleveland's time to shine over there at Raider Arena. We're putting the pressure on them because the Drive is going to be there in person. Jim Gum, Jacob Mason will be there tomorrow. I'll be out coaching some girls wrestlers down at East Ridge. Of course, some wrestling news. The girls region individual tournament tomorrow. The boys region individual tournament Saturday at Ooltewah. So we're going to keep you up to date on all our local high school basketball, high school wrestling results over the weekend. Jacob's been doing a great job making sure that everything's plugged in there on the ESPN Cleveland 1013 Facebook page. So once again, congratulations, Sam Renner, the winner of our Big Game Blitz presented by Don Ledford Automotive. And I've had a great week with you guys. I'm going to be back with you Monday. Be sure to tune in tomorrow. Jim Gum, Jacob Mason, live from Raider Arena for our final. It's hard to believe it's the final one of the high school basketball season, the Drive on the Road High School Basketball Roadshow. So be sure to tune in with those guys tomorrow. For Jacob Mason, I'm Andy Morris. Have a great day, everybody.